Ivan here, and today I'm going to give you a video on certain disc. That's right, I'm going to concentrate on one disc. The Wraith. Everybody should have a Wraith in their bag. They can do anything. I'm going to show you. Here we are at number 7 at Bluemont, and it's just very straight, but actually just a hair bit off to the left from straight. Straight would be kind of straight down here, and you have to clear these trees off to the right here and go a little bit to the left. And the Wraith is a great disc for that. Let me show you. This first Wraith that I'm going to throw is actually a little heavier. It's about 171 probably, just around there. And it does tend to curve left if I make it a little bit, but less so than the other one I'm going to throw that's lighter. So let's see. Okay, that should be a putt. And then, as I said, this one, a little lighter and curves more right, so I'm really going to give it some anhyzer to make sure that it doesn't curve right too much. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, really nice job with the heavier Wraith here. Very close for about a 15 to 20 footer. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my 86 putter here and straight out from my body here. I'm going to stretch out, straight at the object, looking straight where I want the disc to go, and pointing at the end, making sure I'm aiming dead straight in the center of the basket. Now, as I said, the lighter Wraith here was more likely to turn left for me, which it did a little bit more. You can see the first one ended up over here, about 15 feet from the basket, and this one is probably close to the circle, about 30 feet, maybe just inside the circle, about 30 feet. Oh, by the way, as a side note, what is the circle? Well, it's 10 meters from the basket, and outside of 10 meters, about 33 feet, you can actually jump when you putt. So that's the difference. If you're inside 30 feet, you can't jump when you putt. If you're outside 30 feet, you can. This one's a lot tougher. I'm going to use the Vibram Summit putt approach for it. Not pretty, but in. Okay, so there you go. Number 7 at Bluemont. Very straight with a little left turn there at the end. And what did I do? I threw the Wraith a bit heavier, and I threw it certainly with some hyzer, because I knew that it would straighten up and then maybe even go this way a bit. And it was very good. A very short 10 or 15 foot putt, which I made with the 86 putter. And then onto the blue Wraith here. That one's really light and more flippy. So what did I do? I put some serious hyzer on it, and it still turned over and went a little bit right, but that can be a good thing, and I'll show you in a bit why that's a good thing. But for now, still, I was about at the circle, and I made that putt with the Vibram Summit putter approach. Excellent disc, very straight, and does exactly what you want it to do. Really accurate, and has actually some good glide to it too. Okay, number 4 at Bluemont. You see it right there in the middle of the top screen there? Middle top screen. There's where we want to be, and we're back here. So actually, what we want to do, what I usually do, is I can kind of cheat up through the middle here, but I like to, sometimes for safety, just go all the way around the outside tree, and that way I know the dogleg right path will take me right to the basket. So, can I make the Wraith do that? Let's find out. Okay, I'm going to start with the heavier Wraith, and I'm going to put some really hyper hyzer on this one, because I got to get it to turn right here. And I'm also going to be following through to the right this time. So watch. Should be close enough. All right, now this one could be a little more tricky. This is the really light Wraith, and it likes to turn the other way. So I really have to hyper sell this. I might even try to throw it through the trees there. Should be good. Wow, this is about as good as I could have hoped for. the heavier Wraith, a drop-in, and a lighter Wraith. Also, pretty much a drop-in. So to recap what we did there with that dog leg right, I threw the heavier Wraith with super hyzer, and I went outside of the tree. So I had to give it a lot of right turn, which is again the opposite of what the disc sort of just did. So again, you could do anything with these discs depending on the way you follow through, or follow through, or follow through. So you can make them go straight, you can make them go right, or you can make them go left. And again, the heavier disc, a lot of hyzer because we had to get it to really turn right and go right far, which it did. And then we went the risky route through traffic, through the trees with this one, but it made it through beautifully. Took less of a right turn, but it did take a right turn at the end for us. So the Wraith, really nice here for this dog leg right. Okay, Bluemont number 3, and we start from this T-pad, and it's actually a turn to the left here, and you got a lot of hazards here, so you got to kind of send it out this way and around. Tough for the forehand flick, but let's see what we can do. Okay, the light Wraith. Let's see how we can make it turn right. Bingo. Okay, let me make this heavy Wraith turn left. There we go. Okay, pretty good result here. We see the Wraith, the light one right here, and the more heavy one just down the hill right here. So maybe about a 10-footer and a 25-foot putt. Okay, so there we go. 2 Wraiths, and we made them do plenty of different things. We made them go straight with a little bit of left turn at the end. We made them dog leg right, and then we made them dog leg left, in essence. And we did that a few different ways. Because this one really is flippy and tends to turn left on its own, we had to really convince it to go right for the dog leg, and we did that with extreme hyzer. And then when we wanted it to turn left for the dog leg left, we really just threw it close to flat, maybe a little bit this way, a little up, right between hyzer and anhyzer. And again, if we wanted to turn right, we follow through to the right. If we wanted to turn left, follow through to the left. If we wanted to go straight, straight at the target. Very important. Any minor movement can mess you up. Now, a word about these discs. These are great discs for beginners because they're DX plastic, the cheapest stuff you can buy. That's good, but they do tend to get beaten up and they can change characteristics. A disc that you just buy oftentimes will have extreme characteristics. It might turn way right, and it'll break in over time as you hit trees and that sort of thing, but I've had discs that I've had for a long time and all of a sudden they start to act erratic. If that's the case, well, just go ahead and start over and buy a new one and then break it in. But just learn the characteristics of your discs. If you know that, and you can do that by watching my other videos on the forehand flick, then you can throw any disc any way. Don't forget to check out my round here at Bluemont. I throw the shorts with birdies, and I throw the Pro to Pro with an overall 23. That's a cool video. Check that one out. A lot of instruction there. So please subscribe and watch all my other videos on YouTube. Don't forget to watch my Drivin Ivan car videos if you like car videos, but of course many other disc golf videos, short films, literal video for Wicked Game. Check that out, music videos. And thanks for watching. I'm Ivan Katz. And go get yourself a Wraith. Everybody should have one in their bag.